the educational issues facing the Barrio Logan community are really not the actual education itself, but the factors around education.
There is no district middle school. Memorial is actually a charter school, and then San Diego High which is the only high school in the area, is in downtown. It's not in Barrio Logan.
We really do need a high school around the area, because they might think, oh yeah, but you have San Diego High. But that's actually, it's in downtown, so you have to take the trolley or so,
I get to school on a school bus, and I get back on the school bus as well. Because it's like an hour bus ride to go to school and to come back. So it's a different experience since what I used to have going to school here in the neighborhood.
We have, well, of course, the issue of poverty, and then we have other problems such as violence, teenage pregnancy. Those are some of the factors I think that are really impeding their educational progress.
But I would say, there's a lot of factors. There's not just one. Education
is doled out, I believe, in a very classist way. If you look at the schools north of 8 as compared to the schools south of 8, there's a huge discrepancy in the number of computers in the classrooms. Basically, if you have a barrio or an area that's impoverished, it's not really necessary to fund or to send as many funds there.
Well, what I heard is that some of the people that might drop out because of family problems, because they don't want to, or maybe because they just have a lot of stuff in their mind. If there's a really educated kid trying to go to college, but their parents always fight, that won't help, because he or she might have all that stuff in mind and won't be able to get his mind in school while he's actually thinking of his parents fighting last night or something like that.
I don't like that term dropout. I think that when a student decides to leave the educational system, it's usually not because of them, but because of failure within the educational system and within our society. We call it the push-out factor, as far as what pushes the students out of the high schools. And one of the things, and this is a struggle, an ongoing struggle, it's been a part of our history, is that the students do not see themselves in the educational system. So we have a real challenge as educators to make the information that we are giving them in our courses relevant for them and for their lives.
What makes a good teacher is how he teaches or she teaches. If I had a so-called boring teacher that was just okay, this and this and that, okay, do that problem, then I'll be I don't like that teacher, I don't like that class at all. But my teacher right now, she's all okay, let's do that, and she gets all hyped up, and that's what gets me that's what gets me my attention.
Well, yeah, so my father and my mother have always been supportive of my education. They have always been there in every school meeting that there is to help me get the best education I can, that's possible, that's out there.
Parents that are very dedicated to helping the students reach higher education have to make a lot of sacrifices. And one of the things is that a lot of our students have to work in order to help the family survive. So for the parents to be able to help the children, and the ones that are doing a successful job, it's because they've put the education first and not the monetary instant gratification of getting the money into the family.
My family, well, that's my mom, my dad, and my sister. They actually tell me to do good, and to think the first thing to do is think about school.
There's a lot of research that shows, the more parents are involved, the more students are going to succeed and do better in school. So be involved. The LCI has been here in Barrio Logan this is our 10th year that we're celebrating in our existence. And we actually started at Perkins Elementary School, right across the street, with the small elementary program. And now we run programs here in Barrio Logan in our own facility for students from 3rd to 12th grade.
Well, BOCI is a program that's always been there to help me, either by giving me tutoring or by giving me a different aspect on a college education. They have offered me college field trips where I can go visit different colleges in California, to really feel like what it would be like, to go to a 4-year university. And I think that has helped me a lot. Yeah. But my brother also, he's been a great motivation. He's in his 2nd year at the University of Yale. And I could say, I'm very proud of my brother because he set a really good example for me.
This is our 2nd year that we have students in college. Our 1st year, we had 2. And obviously, I think they're both success stories. One of them, Jose, who started with us since elementary school, is currently attending Yale, so it's his 2nd year Yale. So he's obviously, a superstar because he went through our whole program and is at, one of the best Ivy League schools and doing very, very well. And actually his brother and sister that are in the program right now are, following his footsteps and also doing very well.
The problems that we have in education, I believe, can only be solved in collaboration with parents, teachers, administrators, and politicians.
You could be at the worst performing school with the worst teachers, but if you really want to, go somewhere and succeed, I think you can do it. Obviously, it helps to have support and good teachers and good education and a good school and a good, a nice classroom and nice materials. Obviously, all of that is a plus, but I think it's up to each individual student.
Everybody is different and they have a different talent. And I think they should use that as a motivation to get an education, Because with an education, you could do what you want to do.
And you find your passion eventually, you find what you like, and that's what you can do. For those of you that already know what you want to do, great, follow it, follow your heart, follow your dreams.
Well, when I finish college, I would like to come back to my neighborhood and start my own nonprofit organization where I can offer tutoring and mentorship to kids like me who didn't have the proper motivation to do good in school.